What is up guys, it's Simon from PianoPig.com, and by popular request I'm going to be breaking down that neo-soul progression I used as an example in last week's video. This is a really juicy progression that's going to help you get your head around how these kind of progressions are constructed, why they actually work, and I'll also be giving you some handy tips on how to get started coming up with your own. If you'd like the notation for this progression note for note, you can download that for free via the link in the description. And if you like the backing track, then come and join us over in the PianoPig Academy, and you'll find it in the jam track section along with a bunch of others. So no messing around, let's get straight into it and learn how to play those juicy chords. So we start with a B flat major 13, and this is the voicing we're going to use. We've got the root, 3 and 13 in the left hand, along with the 9, 5 and 7 in the right hand. For our next chord, we're going to play a B minor 11. This is a really nice voicing which is used quite a lot in this neo-soul genre, and you might recognise it if you spent much time playing around with these sorts of progressions. In the left hand, we've got the root and 5th, and in the right hand, we've got the 9, flat 3, 11, and flat 7 up at the top. And the reason that these first two chords work, even though they are completely unrelated harmonically, is because of the voice leading. We've got this A up at the top, which is consistent across both chords. And that really helps to kind of glue them together. And another thing is that even though the chords are unrelated, because of the fact there's a chromatic walk-up in the bass, it makes it slightly easier for our ears to understand, rather than just jumping to somewhere random. And what we're going to do from here is absolutely smash that like button. It really helps out the channel, and if you give it a good enough smashing, this next chord is going to seem easy peasy. So we're actually going to head to this C sus13. And I talked about this voicing in depth in last week's video, so if you haven't checked that out, I'll put a link up at the top now. And you might notice that we've still got this nice voice leading going on, gluing it together. We've got this consistent A up at the top, and a chromatic bass line at the bottom. From here, we've got this D minor 11. We've got the root and flat 3 in the left hand, and we've got quite a lot going on in our right hand. Our thumb is playing the 11 and the 5. And then we've got the flat 7, 9, and 11 again up at the top. And finally, we go to this E minor 11. We just move the left hand up a whole step, keeping the root and flat 3 of our E minor chord, and in the right hand we've got this. And that's the 11, flat 7, 9, and flat 3 up at the top. So those last two chords should look like this. And if we put everything so far together, it should sound like this. And in terms of why this actually works, we've got a very, very simple melody in the right hand. If we isolate it, it sounds like this. Very easy on the ears. And in the bass, we've got this nice chromatic thing going on. Again, very simple and very easy on the ears. And because of that strong voice leading, you can pretty much put whatever chords you want in the middle. Even if they are completely harmonically unrelated, they're still going to sound good. So moving on, we actually repeat a lot of these voicings, but with a couple of variations. We start with our B flat major 13 again, going to our B minor 11, and then we head to our C sus 13 again. But instead of playing it like this, we're going to move this top A down an octave. And I actually talked about this variation in last week's video. So the second time around altogether, and I quite like adding that little melody in as well to help with the voice leading. And it means the melody sounds like this. Again, very easy on the ears. From here, we head to that same D minor 11 voicing. And then we have this lovely E flat major 13 chord. For this one, I've got the root and 9 in the left hand, and then we've got this octave thirds in the right hand, with the 13 and 7 in the middle. And finally, we finish with this. This is technically an F7 flat 9, because then it's the dominant chord leading us back into the B flat major, but you might find it easier just to look at it as an F sharp diminished. So if we put that second half all together, and then back to our B flat major. And if we put the entire thing together along to the backing track, it should sound like this. By the way guys, this backing track is available to anyone who is a member of the PianoPig Academy. You guys can find it in the Jam Track section. And if you're not yet a member and you want to download it to help with your practice, come and join us. We've got plenty of other stuff to keep you busy and take your playing to the next level. And that wraps things up for this video guys. Hopefully you now have some new voicings under your fingers and you have a better understanding of how these types of progressions are constructed and the reasons that they sound good. It's basically all about voice leading. If you have good voice leading, you can put any chords together and they will sound good. It's just a matter of practicing and learning these types of progressions so that you get the hang of how to put them together. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.